Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 1.
Come on.
How has the gold become dim?
How has the gold become dim? What you young men got to realize is y'all the gold that God is talking about. Y'all the gold. We're fine gold in God's eyes. He said, how has the gold become dim now? Read.
How is the most fine gold changed?
How is the most fine gold changed? How is the black man changed from being the ruler of the earth to at the bottom of society? Hated by all other nations. How? Come on.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out.
When we had stones in our sanctuary, it's talking about precious stones, gems. The stones of the sanctuary, the precious stones are what?
Poured out in the top of every street.
On the top of where?
Of every street.
Where we hang out at, y'all? The top of the street, we on the street corner hanging out. That's y'all. Y'all are precious stones hanging out on the streets. How about what is T? That's your name? You believe in the Bible? You do? You sure?
Yeah.
Who are you in this book? You don't know? How old are you?
15.
15. You out here messing with girls?
Not really.
Not really? You play sports? Yeah?
I do track.
You do track?
Yeah.
Try to be a track star when you grow up?
Probably.
Probably. Okay. So you should be doing that? Probably the quickest fashion. Second Maccabees 2 and 12. So you think you should be doing it? Does God say you should be doing it?
I'll say so.
You say something? Okay, we're going to show you something. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing it now if you want to run track and stuff, right?
Second Maccabees 4:13.
4:13. If you want to do it right, there's nothing wrong with running track, but the problem is you start breaking God's commandments after the track. Going after track, you break God's commandments, because when are your track meets? What day?
March.
Yeah, what day? Saturday?
I don't know.
Okay. You know, the Sabbath, God's Sabbath is on Saturday. Shouldn't be playing sports and doing stuff on Saturday. But I'm
Like Monday, like during the weekend.
I'm gonna show you something about these sports and who we got them from. Come on.
Second Maccabees chapter 4 verse 13, verse 9.
Yeah.
Beside,
Pay attention, right? We're gonna read the Bible. We're gonna see if you believe. Because this is written in the Bible. This is what they're doing during the Greek time period. Who are the Greeks? You know who Alexander the Great is?
I heard him.
What nation of people does he come from?
I don't know.
So-called white man. The Greeks are the so-called white man, right?
Teach you that in school.
Yeah, I thought they would. I don't know what they teach you in school. Not that you ain't got. He must not have got that far yet. But Alexander the Great, or the Greek, he's in the Bible. That's the so-called white man. This is what they was doing to our people. Come on.
Second Maccabees chapter 4 verse 9. Besides this, he promised to assign 150 more if he might have license to set him up a place of exercise.
A place of exercise is called a gym. He wanted to set up a gym, right? Read.
And for the training up of youth.
And for the training up of youth, just like yourself. You go to the gym and you train up, don't you? Same thing that's in the scriptures. Come on.
In the fashions of the heathen.
In the fashions of who?
The heathen.
The fashions of the heathen. The other nations. This is where we're learning this stuff from. Hey, young man, what's your name? Miles. You play sports?
Nah. What's this all about?
Be teaching the Bible. You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
Hey, listen up. We're going to show you some things in the scriptures. Right now, I'm showing them where we got this mentality at to want to do sports. You know anything about Alexander the Great? What nation of people did he come from?
I couldn't tell you.
Does he look like this?
I can't like.
He comes from these nation of people, so-called white men. Alexander the Greek, the Greeks, they come from the so-called white man. Okay? Now this is where sports is coming from. Read it again. I want both of y'all to pay attention. Miles and King. Come on.
Besides this, he promised to assign 150 more if he might have license to set him up a place of exercise.
What's a place of exercise? A gym, right? He wanted to set him up a gym. Read.
And for the training up of youth.
And the training up of youth. So you young men like yourselves, y'all go to the gym and do what? Train up. You get trained in these different sports. Come on.
In the fashions of the heathen.
And the fashions of the heathen, the other nations did this stuff. Come on.
And to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochus.
By the name of Antiochus. They call us Antiochus then. Just like we call ourselves Cleveland Cavaliers, Indianapolis Colts, New York Giants. Same thing. Indiana Pacers. They called us Antiochus back then. Come on.
Which when the king had granted and he had gotten into his hand the rule, he forthwith brought his own nation.
He brought his own nation to what?
To the Greek, through the Greekish fashion.
The Greekish fashions. What they like to do, play sports, dress like Greeks. All this is in the Bible. We was not meant to come down here and run up and down a court and slam a basketball. God sent us down here to rule the planet Earth. Right. You need to learn where you descend from. What is your nationality? What you call yourself? When you apply for that job over there in Army, and they say, what nation of people do you come from? What is it?
I'm black.
Black. That's what they call us, black, right? Where is black from? Can you buy a ticket and go to black? No. Your pants is black. Your shirt is black. That's not a nation of people. We've been over here so long in slavery and been oppressed that this white man right here gave us our own new name. Right. Now he calls us black or African American. There's no such thing as an African American or a black to God. That's not a nation of people. Your nation is from this man right here, Israel. His name was Jacob. It was changed to Israel. Israel had 12 sons. These 12 sons are our forefathers. You had Abraham, you had Isaac, you had Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons, and this is where we come from. We the Israelites. You're not black, you're not African American. That's not a nationality. That's not a nation of people, bro. My boots is black. We're different shades of brown. All right? Now it said the Greekish fashions. Come on.
And the royal privileges granted a special favor.
Royal privileges, just like these athletes get what? Big contracts, don't they? They get $1 million contracts and stuff. That's the royal privileges. They pay them nice. This is where this stuff is coming from, the Greeks. Come on.
Granted of special favor to the Jews by the means of John, the father of Ptolemaeus.
Come on.
Who went ambassador to Rome from amity and aid. He took away and putting down the governments which were according to the law. He brought up new customs against the law.
He brought up new customs against the law now. Read on.
For he built gladly a place of exercise.
He gladly built this gym, read.
Under the tower itself. And brought the chief young men.
The chief young men, read.
Under his subjection.
And did what?
And made them wear a hat.
A what?
A hat.
When you get drafted, what you put on your head? A hat. Do you see where this stuff is coming from, bro? It's coming from the other nations. They still doing it today. He said he made them wear a hat. When we get drafted, NBA, NFL, you put on a hat and you hold your jersey up. Where do you think they got that from? The white man, the other nations. Come on.
Now such was the height of Greek fashion.
That was the height of Greek fashions, and we still doing it today. Black people go crazy for the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals. How many points LeBron James scored? Is he better than Kobe? Is he better than Jordan? That's all we talking about. But we don't know who we are. We call ourselves black and African American every day. We don't know why we getting shot down in the streets. Why is our people getting oppressed? Why when you spend your money is a white face on it? Why? Who running the earth today? We ain't making no rules. Donald Trump and everybody's land telling them what to do. While we're in the hoods and the ghettos trying to fight to find another meal. Working at a low job at Arby's. Young man, you shouldn't be working at no Arby's, bro. The earth is yours. You should be ruling the earth. Shouldn't be at no Arby's working at this white man's facility, making Arby's rich. They should be making us rich.
Right.
Come on.
An increase of heathenish manners.
See?
Through the exceeding profaneness of Jason, that godly rich, that ungodly rich, and no high priest.
That ungodly rich, because our own people, Jason, took us there and made us worship these other gods and play in these leagues that we call today leagues and wear a hat and follow Greekish fashions. So us as young men and older men, we shouldn't be doing that stuff. We should be learning who we are. Learning who we are. We're the Israelites. Shouldn't be out here chasing young women and trying to, no, stop doing that. You should learn how to dress. You should learn how to read this Bible. And guess what? Do something with yourself. Why can't we be lawyers? Why can't we be doctors? Why can't we be architects? Why we gotta be athletes and ball players and rappers?
Right.
Why is that the only thing they give us? Why we gotta be trap stars? Everybody wanna be a trap star. Half them rappers is actors. They ain't even trap stars. They lying. They push that in our neighborhoods. You know they're not pushing that music in white neighborhoods. They're not telling their children to grow up and be ball players and be actors and rappers and sell drugs to their own people. They do that to us because they know who you are. I want Lamentations 4 now. They know who you are. Young men, y'all are the Israelites. We supposed to be running this planet. Christ is a black man. You know Christ is black? You know Christ is black?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? I'm going to show it to you after this. You know Adam, the first man created, he was a black man?
I didn't know that.
Everybody in this book is black, bro. This is your history book. When you go to school and you learn U.S. history, they teach you Abraham Lincoln, they teach you George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, they teach you all these people, but you don't know Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You don't even know your forefathers, and they're in this book. Read Lamentations 4, and I'm going to show him the color of Christ and Adam. Come on. 4 and 1.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 1.
Come on.
How has the gold become dim?
How has the gold become dim? What you young men got to realize is y'all the gold that God is talking about. Y'all the gold. We're fine gold in God's eyes. He said, how has the gold become dim now? Read.
How is the most fine gold changed?
How is the most fine gold changed? How is the black man changed from being the ruler of the earth to at the bottom of society? Hated by all other nations. How? Come on.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out.
When we had stones in our sanctuary, it's talking about precious stones, gems. The stones of the sanctuary, the precious stones are what?
Poured out in the top of every street.
On the top of where?
Of every street.
Where we hang out at, y'all? The top of the street. We on the street corner hanging out. That's y'all. Y'all the precious stones hanging out on the streets. Read.
The precious sons of Zion.
The precious sons of who?
Zion.
Who?
Zion.
That's y'all. Y'all the precious sons of Zion. Y'all gotta learn that. Y'all gotta know that. Don't let these people run around and just call you niggas and coons and African Americans and blacks. Y'all better than that, man. You better than an athlete. You better than that, bro. Fine gold. Come on.
The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold.
You see that? The precious sons of Zion is y'all, comparable to fine gold. That's how God sees us. That's how God sees the black man, the Hispanic man, and the Native American man. Because those are our people. Those are our people. We the Israelites. Come on.
How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers?
Now we esteemed as earthen pitchers, meaning clay. And we went from gold to clay because we broke God's commandments. Now we're trying to fix that. You got young men like myself and these men back here behind you trying to fix our neighborhoods and show y'all you're more than what they're telling you. You're more than what they're telling you, bro. You're more than just a black man and a nigga. You're way more than that. God says you're the precious sons of Zion.
That's
Is that
right.
it? No. Go to Revelation now. I'm going to show y'all that Christ is a black man. We had an Edomite run up here and said he was white. Let's prove it. He didn't pull no scripture. He just said he was white. We're going to go in the Bible and show you what Christ actually looked like. Now, come here. King, look at these two signs. I want you to look at these two signs and listen to the scriptures, okay? Go look at these two signs and listen to the words of the Bible. Y'all smart men. Y'all pretty smart. I want y'all to listen and look and see what you see. All right? Go straight to the point.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 14.
Come on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Right. It said his head and his hairs were white like wool. White in color, woolly in texture. Wool is a texture, white is a color. Which one of these got white woolly hairs? This one? That's white and woolly? What about that?
Oh, I was thinking.
That's white and woolly. This ain't white and woolly. Your hair, touch your hair. What that is?
Like,
that's woolly hair. That's not wool, bro. That's that woolly hair, brother. That's that woolly hair. This dude don't have woolly hair, but that one does. Show him the picture.
that's what wool is.
Come on, read.
Wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Come on.
And his feet.
And his feet. So John the Revelator looking down at Christ's feet. Just like you look down at the top of your feet. Ain't the top of your feet the same color as the rest of your body? Yeah. So John the Revelator, he's looking down. He sees Christ's feet. Come on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? Fine brass. Brass. Like a trumpet.
I feel like more.
It's like a brownish gold color. Brown is like a penny. Like a penny, right? That's brass. His feet look like fine brass. Is he brass? But is he brass? Are you brass? I'm brass. All these men back there is brass. We're going to see how much brass it was. Let's see what color that brass was. Come on.
And his feet like unto fine brass,
That's what?
as if they burned in a furnace.
Now you put anything in a furnace and burn it. King, what color is it?
Black.
It's black. Christ was a dark-skinned man. Is this dude right here dark-skinned? No. Who is this? It's the damn devil the Bible speaks of, bro. That's who this is. This dude is the devil. The devil. Christ looks more like this. Christ looks like you and me, young man. You got Christ's blood flowing through your veins. You don't even know it.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. It's nation time.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, His word.